Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Bork Game video. Today's video is dedicated to a unit review for Makoto. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if it's your first time here. Once we get 7,500 subs, we'll be doing a giveaway. Now some of you are wondering, if I didn't get Makoto on my reroll, is it worth it to do an entirely new reroll? And what's all the hype behind Makoto, and why is she so necessary? So let's go ahead and bring up her skills. Now the thing is, we're actually going to cover it over here. I pretty much created a Google spreadsheet. This is my full notes on everything Princess Connect. So there's more than just like Makoto unit reviews. We're going to go ahead and jump right into the clan battle section. So this is going to be a bunch of units that, can do defensive debuffs. We're not really going to take a look at this. We're going to take a look at the clan battle rewards, and we'll do like a full review on clan battle on a later video. So what we're looking at here is pretty much the reward section for clan battle. You can get up to 5,000 jewels if you rank within the top 50, 50 through 150, 4,500, 151 through 300, 4,000, so on and so forth. You guys can see it. Of course, the jewel comparisons will vary depending on region, because some regions have, pretty much different like jewel comparisons, but you can see right here, like it costs 1,500 for a multi. What this is going to tell you is essentially, clan battle will be a huge portion to doing multis in the future. And of course, you can participate in arena, but clan battle, in some ways, it's a lot easier to participate in because you can work together with other people. Not everyone has to whale, or you can be in a completely whale group. It's sort of up to you, but essentially it's a huge resource for getting gems. And that's where Makoto really shines, is because of the fact that she can have the ability to get you really high ranks within clan battle. Now let's go ahead and talk about Makoto. Now Makoto's first ability, or her union burst, actually lowers the physical defense, and it's a debuff, right? And it's pretty much targeted by 0.9 of the enemy's physical defense, right? And it's casted towards the nearest enemy. Now a couple things to note with Makoto is that attack pattern. So you can see right here, her heroic howl, which is this skill right here, it's actually going to be a physical defense down. So upon drop, she will howl and get everyone's defense debuff down, and then she'll do like her normal attacks, and eventually she'll scale enough TP to cast her union burst. Her union burst isn't actually calculated in her attack pattern, so pretty much it goes or her skill 2 ability and then her skill 1, so on and so forth, until she eventually activates her union burst right here. So Makoto has a very high chance to keep an enemy constantly physically debuffed down. So jumping into other characters, Shinobu is another alternative that you can use. Now I did raise her just to comparatively see the stat differences and pretty much like the defense debuff, because that's what we want to look at, because that is going to be the thing that's like, hey, is this character actually going to be valuable enough to actually do a defense debuff? Yes, I did waste a bunch of resources by raising these characters because I can't use them all personally, but I wanted to show you guys and see it with your eyes, right? So one of the things is Hungry Wraith. Note that it says all physical defense by 11. That is nothing compared to the way Makoto's defense down. And note that it says pretty much physical defense of enemies in range by 30. Now she is technically only rank 4. Let's go ahead and increase her rank, see if that makes a difference for science's sake. I'm not really sure, I haven't really delved into it. So it increased some of her stats. Let's go ahead and take a look again. It's pretty much the same, 30 and 11. So she is a decent alternative, you could say, in some ways. But let's go ahead and go back to the sheets. Now the thing is with her is that she is more of like a support debuffer role, because her second ability summons her father, and when she summons her father is essentially like a pseudo tank, pseudo attack damage dealer, just like annoying little minion sort of dude. And the way it works is in the future she can provide actual support, so she can provide actual buffs. But for the most part, Shinobu isn't like a full-blown attacker like the way Makoto is. She can actually deal damage and apply physical defense debuffs, whereas Shinobu is more of like she sits in the middle. She doesn't deal too much damage. She's just there to provide support for everyone. So that's why Makoto is significantly better, because she can actually deal more damage, right? All right, let's go ahead and look at the other character, and that's going to be Mitsuki. Now Mitsuki is a decent alternative, a little bit stronger firepower wise compared to Shinobu, but the thing is Shinobu is more of a buffer character, right? And Mitsuki fills an entirely different role of herself, because Mitsuki is actually more of a PvP character, but she can also, you know, apply physical defense down. Just note that Mitsuki cannot apply physical defense down on her Union Burst, so it's only available to her one skill right here. And I'm pretty sure you guys already saw it on her, you know, pretty much attack pattern. She only casts her physical defense down as soon as she enters, but then, you know, she attacks, you know, and then she does her physical defense down. Note that Makoto will pretty much have the highest uptime, and she will also have the most effective physical defense down, right? Note that, you know, Shinobu can do it, but the thing is it's not effective stat wise. Mitsuki can do it, but the thing is she can only cast it once, and it's not as pretty much, you know, consistent. And this is again why Makoto is a little bit better. But just note that Mitsuki, she can actually deal true damage with her curse ability. It completely ignores defense, and you know, it has some stuff on unique equipment. Just ignore that because it might be a while. We don't know when we're gonna get it. But for the most part, you know, she is another alternative. If you want someone more tanky with the physical defense down, then you can use Shinobu. If you want someone who's a little bit more attacker based, but, you know, slightly inconsistent physical defense down, but it is, you know, gonna hit harder because you see the numbers earlier. I think Mitsuki has a pretty decent physical defense down because it's 82. Just note that she has to be in the vicinity within her enemies because it's, you know, within the field, right? But for the most part, you know, it's gonna deal like a decent chunk for what it's worth. And then lastly, we have Karyl. Now, I highly disadvise anyone using Karyl for a physical defense down just because she can do it, right? Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at Karyl. And for the most part, I really don't advise on doing it even though she can do it. And the only reason why is because you want Karyl to be dealing like actual magical damage because that's what she's good at. Even though she can apply physical defense down, pretty much what happens is when you face like a clan battle boss, you want to focus a particular set of damage because the clan battle boss will be weak to, for example, only magical. So when you start doing physical stuff, you cast physical defense down, it's not nowhere near as effective. Or if you bring a magic character to a physical fight, and you know the character or the boss has too much magical defense and she's pretty much just there for, you know, a physical defense debuff, she's actually worse off than someone like Mitsuki or Shinobu. You know, Shinobu, even though she's providing support, at least she can provide, you know, actual damage, where Karyl won't be providing enough significant damage for clan battle, right? So you can see right here she provides some physical defense down by 28. Let's go ahead and go back to the Google Sheets, and you can see here that she has a couple of abilities, and then note that she casts that debuff right on entry, right? That's a common thing between like all of these characters except for Shinobu, where she casts her father before she actually casts her defense down abilities. But I would say like it's pretty obvious why Makoto is so good at what she's doing, because she's pretty much the hardest hitting physical attack unit, and she lowers physical defense, and she pretty much comes with the ability to hit really hard compared to everyone else. Because, you know, Shinobu can't hit as hard. Mitsuki, she can sort of hit hard, but she's like, you know, a weird in-between because she's doing that curse ability, and then her, you know, Union Burst doesn't do a physical defense down. It does a weird heal if she kills someone. Honestly, if you're in clan battle, you're probably not going to be killing too many things, so that's entirely out the window. And then Karyl's like a magical defense down. Yes, you can technically use like other physical defense down characters, but honestly, Mitsuki and Shinobu are the only ones you should be looking at currently. And you know, we listed others in the clan battle section, you know, earlier. There are other like alternatives in the future, you know, like June, who should be releasing, and then Summer Makoto. Now, I didn't cover Summer Makoto because we don't know when she's releasing. Note that when we're pretty much getting the game, it's hopefully around January, but for the most part, Summer Makoto could be releasing, you know, a couple months down the line, and she is the best defense debuffer in the entire game. And if you're pretty much focused on clan battle, she will be the best defense debuffer in the entire game. All right, she is like SS tier in JP right now. Like after like 3 years of release, she's still there. She's still one of the best. All right, so if you really don't want to roll for Makoto right now, you can wait months down the road to eventually get Summer Makoto. And just note, before we jump out of here, like talking about Makoto and stuff, let's go ahead and talk about clans, right? Because Makoto's main use is clan battle, and you won't really use Makoto for much else. Maybe you can use her for like, you know, some boss rushing stages for maybe like Luna Tower or something. but honestly, you should be only using her for clan battle. If you go into your support settings, you can actually set your Makoto into clan battle. Now, just know I didn't put Makoto in clan battle because clan battle is currently not there. The reason why I left her in dungeon is because sometimes people use her in dungeon. So I'll put her in clan battle once it releases. This is the special part about clan battle, is because essentially, you know, you can end the support, collect some rewards, and you can be like, hey, you can borrow my Mitsuki because you don't have a physical defense down, and now someone has an alternative to use that, right? And this is where people like to share Makotos in clan battle, and this is why it's so effective for other people to have Makoto. And while yes, you can technically enter a guild without a Makoto, it's just more consistent because, you know, that way everyone can constantly use a Makoto. You'll have one slot in particular within your parties. You can access parties here, pre-built ones, and I actually have like a pre-built like clan battle, like some teams that I was thinking of. So Makoto can like go on this team on CB2, Makoto can go on CB3, and then I can use my own Makoto on CB1, and you know, whatever like crazy strong DPS that my clan has that I can also use. So this is why Makoto is so nutty, is because she is just so great at physical defense down. She is the only one that can actually hit hard and do it appropriately, unlike Shinobu and Mitsuki and Karyl, and I believe Suzume can do it, but don't even try to do that because she's also magical. And for the most part, you know, you can do whatever you want. I'm just letting you know, like, this is the character to reroll for, because she's also insanely difficult to acquire because she's only going to be acquirable via the clan shop. And I don't know like the rates for that, like, you know, what's the conversion between the coins, but pretty much you won't be able to rank high without her. Yes, you can rank decently if you're in a pretty decent guild and your guild can carry you, but honestly, you want to help your clanmates so you can get the most amount of rewards that we were talking about in the Google Sheets, right? Because you don't want to be a burden on your clan members. That is pretty much rounding out, you know, Makoto. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know if you have any questions regarding her kit. She's pretty straightforward. She hits hard and she does physical defense down, and she's the best one at it. No one else can compare to her, like currently in global. Of course, there will be alternatives like Summer Makoto, Mumi, Christina, you know, pre-fest units will outrank her, but she will be the best for quite some time because those units will take some time before they can actually release into the game. And note, while June can technically do like that physical defense down, it's good to have multiple physical defense downs because that way you can have the debuff constantly up on clan battle, right? You can technically also use like someone like Mitsuki in tangent with Makoto if you don't have a better attacker, but honestly you should use someone like, you know, Hiyori and Kaori with Makoto, and then you run Miyako in the front and then some support in the back. But anyways, once we get to clan battle, we can see more of her power there. But that is it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. 7,500 subs will be doing that giveaway. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, and I will see you in the next one.